Hello.
Hello, everybody.
I don't know if you can tell me if my sound is okay, guys. Can you hear us okay? Hello and welcome to Alley Top File.
We've only got a few in the chat, and
Yeah,
we'll see if we can get some
because
people
Candace
to
is
confirm
live.
the audio.
I think Candace is live now. That's probably why.
Yeah, she's live.
She's a little bit early. Like, did she go early or late? I think she went a little bit late, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know when everybody's going live. It's been they've been all over the place for
Deb-
her live stream. So
Debbie says audio is
okay,
good.
perfect. Well, I hope you like the intro. Lots to discuss. You want to do the disclaimer, babe? So welcome, and this is Chris
Hi,
and
everybody.
Allie Top Files, and we're talking about Amy Bradley. It's coming up to 28 years for being missing from that cruise ship in 1998, March 24th.
Yep. So it's another milestone for her family to have gone through again. It's another year. We're just going to start by saying we're going to cover this as politely as we can. We are going to bring some extra facts today that we didn't get a chance to get into our first two episodes. And I just wanted to make just a little bit of a change. We got the time of the dinner and the Congo party just reversed. So the dinner was first and that was after.
Yep.
So I just wanted to make that quick correction. And we're going to go into some other video and some other stuff, like I said.
Yep.
So we'll dive right into it, and hope you enjoy the content, and hopefully we can get justice for Amy.
Just for entertainment purposes only. And I am not, but thank you. I really appreciate it.
Oh, and if we do have enough people kicking around watching the video at the end, we'll do some chat and some questions and answers,
Yes, we
and
will.
we'll explain what we think happened once we went through the rest of the details.
Because I was working on this before the Charlie Kirk thing happened in September 10th because I was doing this. There's a lot of new developments happen in August, and I was literally, working hard on it, and I just dropped it all. Um, and I'm not dropping it all because, like, I obviously want to do. There's so many things to cover for Charlie, but I have to cover this because we're getting to the 28th. I don't want. I don't know.
Anniversary.
I don't know what I want to call it. Anniversary. It's just. Ugh.
I know that's a happy word for such a sad occasion. So I kind of agree. Like, what
Yeah.
would you call it? Just a 28th year, I guess.
Yeah. With no answers, no justice, and a lot of new developments. And I feel like the FBI should get on this
Y-
ASAP.
Yep. So I
Yep.
guess we can get
Thank you so
into it.
much for the super sticker.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for the $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Yeah. She's awesome.
Yeah.
She always puts the flamingos. I see her flamingo emojis in there all the time. Okay. Let me just pull up the stuff. Alrighty. Do I not have it here? Oh yeah, I do. Okay. So that was my intro. I worked hard on that. Took me like it took me half a day. I don't know why. It just the music and the to get the music to go right at the exact same point of my slideshow. That was hard. Okay. Now, just like get out of here. So our next is this is a photo or is it a video? No, this is not, no, that's not, no, it's a video we're playing next. So what would you like to talk about the next video? It's of Brad Bradley, which is the
um,
brother.
yes, and so this was a newer interview that Brad had done not too long ago. I forgot the exact date. I beg your forgiveness. But he did make a bunch of very new revelations based on some new information and some old information, and he was able to connect some dots. And I think it's important that we go over this stuff.
This family. I mean, I don't know why this just calls to me. Certain cases call to me. I don't know if it's just like a psychic thing. I don't know what it is, but this case is before I met you, and then I made him watch the documentary and a couple other things, and it drew him too, and he got emotional today with one of the. Brad has a X account, and he posted something very heartfelt, and we'll talk about it later. But
It was a personal tribute from the
yeah,
family to Amy, and I just thought it was
yeah.
touching.
So this is just this is the video, but I'm gonna play something next. But I think they're here. Aren't they in like? Are they in? They're not in the White House. No, this is like
No,
Curacao meeting.
I'm not going to state where because I
Okay.
forgot because I don't remember where I pulled this clip from. But they were about to have an important meeting. This was, I think, a couple of years ago. It wasn't too far long ago. I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were getting ready to have an important meeting.
And
So
when this happened, who was president? It was Clinton, right?
uh, back when it originally happened, when she first went missing, yes.
Okay. So I believe they, wrote letters to the president and all that stuff. Okay. We are going to listen to the brother, Brad Bradley. And he's talking now. It's in 2025, 2026, right? Sorry.
Yeah, it was
2026.
either end of 25 or 26.
All right, here we go. I'm just gonna pull it up here. Here we go.
So I believe that Yellow told Amy to meet him. I believe that they ended up in that upper area above the bar. I believe Elizabeth Lewis when she says that Yellow handed her a drink, and maybe that was, a drugged drink. And then I think Yellow handed her off to an accomplice after they walked back into that back area, which, by the way, is where the crew elevator is. That crew elevator goes straight down to the bottom of the ship. We've heard.
So, if you watch my part 1 and part 2, she did go up the elevator. She was witnessed going up with Yellow at 5:30 in the morning.
Between
Around there.
5:30 and 6-ish, I believe.
And he's just saying this new revelation that elevator also goes all the way down to the storage area of the boat.
Which makes sense. Like these days, staff can always lock out elevators. There's always a key for that kind of thing. And I could be wrong, but I believe they have that as a safety feature. So if there's like a fire somewhere, you got to be able to bring the elevators to the bottom and lock them to make sure that nobody can take them. So I think even back then, this might have still been something that may have been done.
Right.
And even still, you can always put them into service just for the crew so that they can do their jobs. So that would make sense that that elevator would have the ability to do that.
Crazy. We'll listen to more.
Heard from several individuals that after all of our investigations that state that there's a way to bypass that elevator from stopping on any other floor by some means, which means that they can put Amy in that elevator and know that they're going to go straight to the bottom without possibly stopping at a floor that someone's pushed a button on. And I believe that the most likely scenario is that Amy was removed with some sort of cargo or in some sort of laundry bin via those rear access doors at the water level where I saw the boats coming and going from that morning.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that just gave me shivers, and this is new information and
Newish. It's
Newish.
not like brand new. It's not like it came out yesterday, but you're right. It is pretty new.
In the last 6 months.
Yeah, I believe that's when this interview was done. So
yeah. And I've always thought that. I was telling you, like, she didn't leave there willingly. She would have told her parents or her brother, at least her brother, something.
yeah,
She wouldn't have done that. There's
absolutely.
no way.
They had a good relationship. There's no reason why they wouldn't have communicated, especially since I think they were going to go on Curacao that day. I think they had plans to go to the island. So
Right.
So I don't see why that would have happened. It makes no sense, at least in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Well, before I play the video of this, I'm just going to describe it first.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I know you loaded it up, but I'm just going to do the pictures first. Is that okay?
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
So what we have here is just a bunch of comparisons, and this was done, I think closer to just after the disappearance. I could be in error on that, but it was done through experts and specialists who are able to compare body shapes, tones,
Mm-hmm.
and they were doing analysis to see if Amy could be matched for the woman that they found in that pretty notorious picture now.
It was in a brothel.
It
No,
was.
Well, she was on a site, actually. She was on
Yes,
some kind of site.
that's correct.
you know, and the parents got an email, and her name was Jazz, and it was sent to them by an anonymous person saying that I think this is her.
Yeah.
And that blew this whole case wide open
Yeah.
because she's been seen.
Yep, absolutely. And I think it was, I think we have a clip of what that website was. We'll bring it up later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is just going through some of the comparisons
Yeah.
with the top probable person that they thought
Mhm.
was her over the years.
And if you don't know me, I'm pretty good at, doing side by sides and seeing if this person is this person. I'm pretty good at that. And whoever did this pretty much verified. I believe the FBI, I forgot her name. She said they believe that's 100% Amy Bradley. So
Yeah. They talked with also the family, and they said that there's a strong possibility it's her as well.
Yep.
And so we'll go over some of the similarities here. Excuse me.
Yep.
So here they're analyzing eye shape, cheekbones,
yeah.
nose, the shape of her nose. And it all seems to be very, very darn close, which makes this find very compelling.
Mhm. I always look straight into the eyes. The eyes are the soul, right? The eyes are the soul of yourself. Like you look into the eyes, it's the soul. So when I look into her eyes and I look into the other person's eyes, that's the first thing I look at. Then I start going ears, nose, lips, chin. And obviously was this a year or two after? Obviously she's been through something because I can just tell. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out she's been through something. And
We
I
can probably show the other
yeah,
slide, sweetie.
yeah, and then so I don't know if they can see that really clearly, but yeah, like side by side is just wow. Okay.
Let's play it.
Yeah.
Let's play it a couple times. You can see it.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy.
We got some more.
What's the next one?
We got some more comparisons here.
Right,
So
here we go. Oh,
this is
so I
where,
can't yeah, but we can't show so the site that the parents got, like she's actually doing some like, not so and like not so I mean, revealing pictures on a bed. So we can't share those and I don't want to.
we wouldn't
Um
even if we were allowed to.
but I do show like the half cut part of her. But obviously it's almost kind of like, Gilligan's Island. I'm just gonna call that right now. He would have girls go in front of a camera and take photographs of themselves, and he would take videos and photographs of them. And this felt kind of the same. I'm not saying anything about it, but I'm saying she's doing the same poses of some, and I was just like, "Whoa, babe, this is weird." All we have is that bed frame in the back to distinguish, but she did have a long body torso picture of herself on the bed, but I can't show it. But here you'll see her arm, and this is how they did all the measurements. I'm sorry I can't show the actual photo of her because she's not wearing anything, so I can't show it. So here you go. You want to explain the ear, look at the ears.
Well, I think it's just pretty self-explanatory. We're just sort of showing the comparisons, right? And it looks really darn close. And you guys can also look at it yourselves and make your own judgment, of course. But we're of the opinion that it is looking
Yeah.
very, very compelling.
I have to catch up with the story. I haven't been able yet. And that's no problem.
That's okay, Jamie. Take your time.
Yep.
They're there, and we have a separate playlist just for this series, so it'll be easy to find on Allie's channel.
Yep. And I know like Candace and other people are live right now, so
That's
I
okay.
just wanted to go live on this because this is my last, maybe not my last regarding Amy, but
It's the last for the series
Yeah.
as it stands. And if there is new information brought forward, we'll definitely maybe do another episode on that as well, just to make sure that everybody is always up to date with what's going on, especially if this is something that they've been following for the past few decades.
No cameras on the elevator. No, because this
No,
was like 1998. I remember going on many trips when I was 15, 16 years old. There wasn't even like I went to like Cuba, Dominican, a couple places. I didn't see cameras anywhere.
yeah, same.
I didn't.
I was
Maybe in the main lobby. That was it.
Yeah, same for me. Because like I remember being in Bahamas and Jamaica when I was younger, and I didn't see anything like that either.
Yeah. Thank you, Allie. Why I don't even want to know about the Gilligan Island files. Yeah. Guess what? So the timing's weird because this is when he started doing all this stuff. And when I Google some parts about it,
I was just okay. You want to
well,
mention
I
it?
can just mention it.
Okay.
When I Google some parts about it, like just Aruba and Curacao, it's in there. And it's so funny. I'll talk about it later. I have something to share about that later. I'm kind of mad at myself, but I'll share it later.
And Barbados as well.
Yeah. So
Barbados.
all this stuff was happening back then. People were going missing. All right. So this picture here, her ears, her eyes, even the crescent of her cheek where she's smiling.
Cheekbones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's that eye, you know?
Yep.
Her arm. So both arms are both are of these arms.
That's right where the elbow
Yeah,
is
this
too.
is the one where she was on the bed, and this is the one she was standing in a photo with Brad. So it shows the arms. Okay, and we're
That's
looking
the
at
same arm as well.
yeah, we're looking at the crease of her arm, They even measured the distance. They measured everything. They measured the ear. This is not my work. This is the FBI's work. So kudos to them. If they can just start interviewing people, that'd be great. So that's that. It looks like it's her, right?
Yep. Yeah, it does. It's like I said earlier, it's very compelling.
That's her. And sorry. And they hide her tattoo on her back when she's like taking those photos, so you can't see it. All right. Next. Well, do we have a video next, babe? I don't know.
I think there's another slide.
Another slide. Okay.
And what this is going over is now they were looking at her chin. And again, it is strikingly similar. And again, I'm going to say this phrase again, but it's also extremely compelling. And then we put the side by side there on the other side with the half transitioned photo on the bottom. So you can really sort of compare that in a couple different ways. And I think because of all the discoveries in the past couple of years, this should really be starting to get investigated again, to be honest.
Yes. So chin.
Yep.
Yeah, all the same. That picture is her, and she's been cited there. So, here we go. I think we have Brad now talking.
I'm not sure. Let's.
Yeah.
I think we do, but let's see.
Let's go.
Island, and I hope you can find her. He listed 3 places for us to check. One place was called Coral Cliffs, one was called Kadushi Cliffs, and another one is called Habitat. And
so he's talking about the 3 places that.
This was Curacao. So he was given this information, I believe, by a cab driver.
Yes.
And
that's not her.
Yes, and we covered the story of the cab driver, I believe, in part 2, but I'll just recap a little bit right now. So what happened is they were there looking for her, and a cab driver had called them over, or they walked over and told them a story about how a woman looking like her had come up to the cab looking a little worried and was trying to use a phone.
Yeah. She knocked on the window.
Yeah. And then he just directed her to the payphone, and then she ran the opposite way, and he always thought that was weird. And when he seen the family there, he ended up being able to relay this information to them so that they know that she was there afterwards.
She's trapped. She can't get out. She's being controlled if she's there.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. Everything I'm saying is allegedly because I don't know, but this is my feeling. I feel like she's trapped and she can't get out. And if she says one thing, it gets on the news or something.
Yeah.
she'll probably get hurt or put in a room or something because what did you say? Who did you talk to? You talked to taxi driver? Did you do this? So it makes that person vulnerable and they don't want to like get help anymore. They just forget about it. They're like, I'm done getting help because anytime she's crying for help, what do you think would happen? They
Well,
find out.
yeah, and if you think about that gruesome business that you're talking about, it's not fun. It's
No.
not rainbows and unicorns. Like that, it breaks people.
Hmm. My kid, about 6 others were in this. What?
Oh man.
No.
Oh, that's horrible. I'm so sorry that happened, Debbie.
This is
I'm
like
so
this means a
sorry.
lot to me because I want to advocate for like stuff has happened to me too. So, and I haven't told my story, but yes, I'm a huge advocator for stuff what you just said. Probably can't say it on YouTube, but yeah, um, women missing things that happened to them. Huge advocator for that. Thank you so much for sharing that. That was very strong of you to share that. Thank you. Whew, give me a little tear in my eye.
I hope you were able to get some reconciliation out of that. I know nothing would ever
No,
repay any kind of hurt or abuse, but
no.
I hope you dealt with that situation well.
Okay, so it's weird because he's talking about all these. I'm going to move on to what he's saying here. I don't know if I can rewind it.
You don't have to.
Sometimes I talk too much. I am a talker. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can do it again.
Island, and I hope you can find her. He listed 3 places for us to check. One place was called Coral Cliffs, one was called Kadushi Cliffs, and another one is called Habitat. And so we thanked him. He went about his way. We proceeded to go check these places. And the places that we went to, 2 of which had open water access without any customs or any checks. There were no cars in the parking lot. These resorts fully functioning with staff and casino bells and lights going everywhere, but nobody, no customers, no people.
Okay. What's just really weird, I want to tell you right now. I'm just going to say it. I literally just looked up something. I think I saved it somewhere at the time when I was doing scheduling for part 2. You want me to tell at the end?
Yeah, I
You
think
don't want to
we're
say yet?
no, I
Okay.
think we're in.
Okay.
That's like
Okay.
something that we found that has nothing to do with the actual story. It's just something that we found extra, and I think we should save that for the
Okay.
end.
I'm going to save something
I
special
know
for the
I know
end.
you're dying to get it out. You've tried
Dying to
twice,
get
but
it out.
easy girl, easy girl. Okay, let's get
He
through
wants me
the
to save it for
story.
the end. Okay.
Well, yeah,
Brad, contact me. Like, please. Okay. Next, I think it's another video, babe.
yes, we got a lot. We should.
Okay, we have a lot
probably
of
pick
videos
up.
next.
And the taxi driver warned us to not make it known or obvious what we were doing, but to just go there and observe. In the weeks and months.
So the taxi driver told Brad he saw Amy because she even said it, her name. She tapped on the window, said, "Can I use a phone?" And he goes, "Oh, there's a payphone there," and she just went like, and she walked away. And he goes, "That's not a local, like it's Curacao, right? It's." He saw her and he knew she was missing. He saw the posters everywhere at the time. So now he contacted Brad and told him those 3 places to look for her if she was there because there is a lot of places in Curacao where they do this. Bad
Allegedly.
stuff, allegedly. I like Curacao, it's a beautiful island. But he's explaining now, the taxi driver telling him where to go.
After we got back, we did a fair amount of research on those places and found a lot of speculation that at least 2 of the places were connected with some mafia type, whether it be Italian or Russian or what have you. There were some, apparently some connections with those places or ownership and activities that would occur at those places. So that was, and that trip was the same trip that, one night.
Okay. That gave me goosebumps, babe. Like, I'm sorry.
Well,
So Curacao is tied. Some of those places were tied, allegedly, to Russia.
Not Russia. Don't say Russia. We're not accusing a whole country, sweetie.
Okay, he said
so-
I didn't say. He said it.
No, he didn't. He said certain
Mafia.
mafias and mobs.
Okay.
That doesn't represent a whole country. I
Okay.
don't want us to get in trouble.
Okay,
Forgive us, YouTube
ma-
algorithm.
mafia tied to some Russian places, whatever, or people, or whoever.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, babe. The whole thing's allegedly. So I'm not saying it every 5 seconds. Okay.
You don't have to, but I just don't want to get sued.
No, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm saying what he's saying. So there is some bad people, right? In the island, and
Well, they're the same place. Bad people
Are
are always
everywhere.
bad people are always in beautiful places.
Yeah.
Right. So I think
So-
that's basically what it sort of comes down to. You always got to be careful. Doesn't mean every beautiful place is bad, but
well, I'm not saying that.
okay.
What I'm saying is what he's referencing. Okay, so he was told to look at 3 places. So he went to those 3 places. They're rough because I looked at them. They're not where tourists go. Okay.
Yeah.
So they are like, even off the shore, rough. The houses are rough. And he said it was it was kind of shady when he went there. It was
Well-
kind of sketchy.
Well, yeah, because you got to remember where he was going, the places he was trying to go to find her, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah. My mom's from Finland.
all right,
So,
let's move it
okay.
along.
Moving on. And okay, so now we are going to talk about what? Okay, hold on a second here.
We do got a lot to go through. We should probably, and I blame
Yeah, I
myself.
feel like you're rushing me.
I'm just blaming myself. I think I'm babbling too long.
I feel like he's rushing me. Do you feel like he's rushing me, Debbie?
You're
Is he?
saying it now
feel
like
like
there's
he's
only one
rushing
people
me.
here, but
Okay,
you
hurry up.
know,
We gotta get to the next
400
video.
or 500 people are
Okay,
probably
hurry up.
gonna
We gotta
watch
get to
it,
the next
right?
video. Nobody's watching. Oh, everybody's at Candace's live. Okay.
I know, but there is called a replay function,
Okay.
and people can watch it later.
Okay. Oh, right. I got it. I just feel like you're rushing me, baby. I love
Okay,
you, but you're rushing me. Okay.
All right, we do got a lot to cover. That's all I'm saying, sweetie.
All
We
right.
got a lot to cover,
So
and we
then-
still want to do live chat at the end.
Okay. So then we already played that video. Now we're here. Oh, this is our pictures.
Yes.
No, not the bottom one. Not the bottom
Yeah,
one.
you should really clarify before you just blast that out. So first of all, the two
Not
top
this one.
pictures, are from our vacation when we were in Curacao. The bottom one is a screenshot of the website that the lady who looked a lot like Amy was found on, and
Yes.
that was the place where the tipster ended up saying that he saw that picture.
And I found something similar like this on the Gilligan Island thing. I found something similar. Yeah. And then this is Curacao. This is these 2 pictures here. We went to Curacao. We went to Aruba. And we took a plane. I was so scared. We went on a small plane. It's like a 20-minute flight from Aruba to
it's pretty quick.
to Curacao. A little propeller thing. I don't like those propeller planes.
I'm so tall, I got to
He-
fold myself in half when I
he
walk
could-
in the plane.
He couldn't even fit. I go, what am I riding on? So I went in and I'm like, of course I don't hit the ceiling, right? And he goes in and he's just like crunching down like that. Oh, I was scared. I've never been on a small plane. And it was kind of scary. So we landed and I mean, wish we had more time there to enjoy. We did go see things that we're going to show in a second, but this part here was kind of like the main strip of the place, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I actually just wanted to talk a little bit more about the actual place.
Yeah.
So the main town, and I'm going to probably butcher the pronunciation of this, Willemstad. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong,
Willemstad.
but Curacao is a little bit of a poor country. Things are a little bit more run down, a little bit broken down. It's similar to Cuba, I guess, in that aspect.
Yeah.
So there it is a little rougher around the edges, and we talked a little bit about that in our last one.
Yeah.
But it still is very pretty. The main city is sort of inland, and then all the beaches are sort of scattered around. So if you stay downtown, you got to make day trips all the time to hit the beach,
Hmm.
or you can stay at a resort and then drive into the town whenever you want to go into the town. And they did have some great festivals and live music. Just to say that they did, like it was happening when we were there that night.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Adult women should be careful wherever they go. Yes, Debbie.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yes, they should. I did like a solo trip with my daughter. We went to Cuba. I felt safe, but a big but. She was 16 and I was well, I was whatever. You don't need to know. Um I was not with Chris at the time, and I went through a 17-year marriage, and I'm divorced, and I went on a solo trip with my daughter, and hmm we were sitting at the poolside, and a Cuban came up to me and kind of like started talking to my daughter, and then started talking to me, and then, do you want a massage? And I'm like, and my daughter's like, you should go. I'm like, I'm not leaving her. Uh-uh. No, 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 no. That's what women have to understand. You can't trust women, and you can't trust men. You can't trust anybody when you're on a trip. That's it. And you don't leave yourself alone at any time. So I'm pretty sure like Brad probably kicks himself like every 5 seconds, and the father and everybody, like, 'cause they didn't even know she left the room. So
But at the same time, yeah, they probably feel guilty, but I don't think that they should. Like,
yeah.
she was back in the room. It was all safe and sound. Like, she left early. That's nothing they could have done.
Hey, hoaxing the world's here. Thanks for being my mod. You and Debbie are great. Shabbat.
St. Patrick's. Your one-liners are always fantastic. Please never change.
Oh man, you got some good lines, man. Oh, thanks for coming. Hey guys, finally awake to watch a live. Keep up the good work. Yes, I'm gonna be doing another live. I do Charlie Kirk on Fridays. So today, Tuesdays is true crime, conspiracies, and cold case. So yeah, I just want to switch it up and talk about something that's important because it's going to be 28 years, March 24th, since she's been missing.
Yeah.
So in this picture, babe, I just want to say one thing. So, okay, didn't you get spit on when we were walking here, or something happened to us here?
I don't know if it was spit. Well, if you want
Oh,
to, really be honest, it could have been cum, pee, spit,
oh,
beer. It could have actually been anything because they had these small little balconies, and we were actually walking up this street, and I just felt like liquid dropping on me, and then I looked up, and there was a couple teenagers, so it could have actually been anything.
okay. So we were walking here, but when we got there, the shady part was we rented a nice big SUV. It was really, what was it? What kind of car was it? Do
I
you
don't
remember?
know.
Anyways, we rented that, and it was very hard to park. Remember
Yeah,
that?
it was big.
And
Yeah.
then when we parked it, we were kind of scared to get out because now we're in Curacao. We're not in Aruba. We're not at a resort. We're somewhere else. And it did feel kind of scary as we were walking along.
Yeah.
Remember? And so we didn't stay much. We didn't stay long here, did we? I don't think we did.
Well, no, we also had to drive back to the resort because we stayed a little bit away, and that means we really couldn't drink there, even though there was a lot of music.
Yeah.
And the drive there was sketchy. There was a 10-foot wide pothole on the side of the road that we almost drove into on our way into town. So had that on our mind as well. So it's
Yeah.
like, all right, we'll stay a little bit. We're not going to drink, and then we'll just go back to the resort.
Yeah. And I just want to say one more thing before I go to the next photo. When we were there, somebody jumped out of their car, almost half out of their car, and was in like dreadlocks, and there was like I don't know, maybe 7 in the vehicle, and tried to scare me as I was walking along the side of the road. Scary. I don't know if I would go back to Curacao. I love Curacao, but there's certain parts that I don't know if I would do. The resort was gorgeous though, right? The resort was beautiful.
Yeah, like we said in our last
Yeah.
episode, it's a place for the young. Go with like a good place for like a bunch of 20-year-olds to go with a group of people that are travel friendly, and then you'll have the best time of your life.
Yes.
But it's you got to move around a little bit to get to certain places. So if you're into more lounging, or if you want a little bit more of a relaxing trip, then it may not quite be the place unless you get like a scuba resort. and do a
Yeah, I
lot
think
of
it's like for like snorkeling and young kids that want to party and stuff. It wasn't for like us really. I don't know. But anyways, we went here. This is our picture actually. And we did a cave tour in Curacao, which we enjoyed.
yes.
We enjoyed.
However, that's not why it's here.
I know.
So if you remember, we just mentioned or Brad just mentioned in a video that there was a couple places on Curacao. He also mentioned there was a couple places which had docks and stuff that had boats come and go that was not passport needed. So we were wondering because we've been on Curacao and they've got these monster caves. Nobody could find her when she went missing. And we were wondering, is it possible, allegedly, that maybe she was hidden in one of the underground caves in Curacao until, the main search blew over? And just so people know, normally you think caves are cool, right? These aren't. They're actually extremely warm. So you could sit in there all night, even if you were just in a bathing suit, and you would be warm all night. You wouldn't freeze or anything.
Yeah. Yep.
And this one here, the one that we were in, there's only one way in and one way out.
Yep.
So it's kind of easy to put someone in there, allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah. Um I absolutely loved this tour though. I did enjoy it. We could have showed more pictures, but this is just it had like a little hole up in the top, had
Yeah.
like a little skylight there. And I think there was one picture I was standing here, I was going, I'm not gonna show it to you because like I was kind of like
Yeah, we just wanted to basically say that there's spots on the island that it could have easily hit her.
Yep.
And that's a fact. They could have easily hit her in something like this. And as Brad mentioned, we know that there was ports and docks which weren't regularly patrolled or regulated. So
and maybe I'm drawn to this because I've been to Aruba 2 times and I've been to Curacao and I I don't know, maybe sometimes remember that one time I was sitting by the ocean, I could actually I felt the wind against my face and it wasn't like I don't know, I was just sitting there and it was dark. But the cruise ship went by and I was like, babe,
yeah.
the cruise ship went by and I thought of her and it was just the weirdest thing ever. So, moving on to so there's a picture. You want to talk about the picture? This is the picture that was sent to the parents.
No, we've talked about that in the
Well,
first episode, the second episode, and we've also talked a little bit about here.
Well, there's
That
some
was the-
people that they're out here that don't know.
That was the photo that was used in breakdown of the comparison as well. Like we've talked about that photo a
Yeah.
lot.
So I was trying to find this bed frame if any other girls like posing, but it was very hard. It is very hard to find. And I think the FBI is trying to look too because it has like a heart shaped kind of circular thing. Apparently they say this is her. So if you have any tips, if you know anything, if you seen anything, please call that number at the bottom and their email is at the bottom as well. So moving on, what do we have next?
And I think quite a few people.
So we got Brad next. I don't know what he's saying here.
I don't remember.
We're just gonna play it. So yeah, and there's the tip thing. March 24th, 1998. It even says there. Okay, ready?
And I think quite a few people know something because I don't think, in my opinion, Alistair Douglas and his roommate are the top 2 prime suspects, but I don't think they were working alone. I don't think they did this by themselves. And I think there were several people involved, not only with her initial abduction, in my opinion, but what happened to her following that. And who she was handed off to or who, bought her or however all that works. So again, we're largely dependent on that person or those people that know something to come forward and say what it is.
And I'm glad he said that because somebody does know something. Many people know something. So it takes that one person, to say, I saw this, I saw that, I heard this, I know this. and you can be anonymous, right? Right, babe?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So he believes that Yellow and Oscar were involved, taking her down probably to the bottom, allegedly to the bottom. And there was a Spanish woman that's saying, Senorita, Senorita, kidnapped. Okay. We have that one as a witness, which came out in August of 2025. So we have a lot of new things. Look how long. Look how the cold case is so long. But we have new things coming out. We have discrepancies in Oscar's audio.
Well, we're going to get to that
Yep.
right after this.
I don't know if it's next. Because I always have to look at the stuff here. What's next? No, it's another Brad video. So I'll play the next one.
And I think quite a few
Nope,
people know
that's
something.
not the one.
The Dancing Under the Stars event. There were performers and fire jugglers and all kind of in the band, the Blue Orchid band that Alistair Douglas is the bass player for, was
Blue Orchid Band. Remember I was asking you about that? Blue.
Yep.
So he was in the Blue Orchid Band. Yellow, which is his name is Alistair.
performing during that pool party. I think it's important to note that at that pool party, there was an entourage of people who weren't paying passengers or employees of the ship that had gotten on.
Listen to this. This is important because I actually didn't hear this anywhere else until I found this video.
Then I'm going to rewind it. We're going to go back again.
The Dancing Under the Stars event. There were performers and fire jugglers and all kind of in the band, the Blue Orchid band that Alistair Douglas is the bass player for, was performing during that pool party. I think it's important to note that at that pool party, there was an entourage of people who weren't paying passengers or employees of the ship that had gotten on with the performers from Aruba. So you have these people, and God knows who they are or who they were, standing around, and there were quite a few.
I know what it is. I know what it is. A lot of times you stop at ports, right? So you stop at a port, you're in Aruba. So they were in Aruba. They spent the whole day in Aruba, right? Okay. I'll tell you what happens. The ship or wherever, or the band members or whoever, there's people that need to get to Curacao, the locals or whoever works needs to get to, they need to get to that resort, or they go back and forth. They use these cruise ships to do that. And they're allowed probably to do that, allegedly. So a lot of people that are not supposed to be on the boat get back on.
Yep.
Allegedly. So there was new people, he's just saying. They stopped in Aruba, had a whole day. Now they're going to go back on the boat and go to Curacao. People from Aruba got on the boat to go to Curacao. New people, like locals, not tourists, okay? So were they checked? What's their names? If I was the FBI, I'm like, I want to know their names. I want to know where they're from, all that kind of stuff. So that's what he's talking about here. And let him finish.
Few of them. I'd say more than 50. The pool party goes on. It ends probably around midnight, roughly. And then
Uh-oh, something happened, baby. You pulled something out. Okay. Hello, can you guys hear me?
The video ended. That's all.
Oh, okay.
That's all that happened.
All right.
All I did was unplug my cell phone. I don't think that did anything.
Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes,
All right.
the video just ended.
Oh, I heard in my ear. I heard a
click. That was me unplugging my phone. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All I did was unplug my phone.
Oh my gosh. Hold on, little girl. Okay. Tell me what he's done to you. Okay. Next. So what's next after this one? Oh.
So now we're just getting into a reminder. So those two videos was talking about him and him. So these are the main suspects. We covered a little bit about them in the previous episodes, but we're just reminding you of who they're talking about. So this is Alistair /Yellow /Christopher Douglas.
He was the one dancing with Amy. He was the last one seen dancing with her, like inappropriately, and he was the last one seen going up the elevator to the lounge area having a drink with her, and at 5:30 in the morning, he was the last one seen with Amy. And guess what? He's a pastor. And you all know how I feel about pastors.
Yep.
How do I feel about pastors, Debbie?
And we actually uncovered something, a document that shows he may have not have been honest in his original statements the evening Amy disappeared, and we're going to show that later.
Him not being honest?
I know, it's odd, eh?
Look at his face. He's so honest. I don't know. The vibe, I'm not getting the vibe. Oh man. Now he's a
Yeah.
pastor. Now guys. Now he's a pastor. What is with it?
Seems
Alright.
that's where the alleged guilty goes sometime.
I'm going to become a pastor because
And
I feel better when I'm a pastor. Do. Okay, I don't know. Anyhow, loud and clear. I don't know what that means, but yeah, pastor loud and clear.
yeah, because you just went on a pastor rant, so I think you're saying loud
I
and
have
clear.
to go warm dinner. I'll be right back, Allie and Chris.
Oh, good. Please
We haven't
eat.
even had dinner yet. We're doing this show before our dinner. But yes, oh, you can hear me. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like something just like something happened in my ear.
Come on, baby.
Okay. You see? I talk too much. Okay, next.
Well, this is just a short recap. Sorry, recrap.
Recrap.
This is
This is a short recrap
Yeah. So
of the pastor.
this is Alistair. We went through him, went through his past. Now we got his alleged accomplice next.
Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. Oh, I had to take this girl out. So for this one,
Oh, this is continuation of Alistair. So yes, I actually forgot we put this in. So
this was a
obviously,
year later.
yeah. So he actually changed his name, and this is actually odd that there was other people that
Christopher.
yeah, I know. And he had what was I saying? Yeah, so this happened previously where another story started coming forward after this of when he started to approach people
Yeah.
and hit on them. And
Hit on them.
stories started to come out about that. And this person here that we had to block out, they were one of the first. And I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe this happened 1 month before Amy's disappearance on the Rhapsody of the Seas,
No.
wasn't it?
No.
Okay, I'm completely wrong
He's
then. Sorry.
wrong.
I
So
just said I'm wrong. I'm
yeah.
wrong. So when was it,
This
babe?
okay, so this happened. I have the transcript of this girl talking about it. I think her name is Alyssa. I mean, I don't want to say her name, but she was underage. So she was, it says here, 3 women saw yellow. Amy Lynn Bradley, the fateful morning, 2 complaints, and another woman coming out.
Okay, so it's the same trip.
I got this one from TikTok, and this girl here is actually on TikTok. That's how it came out. And she said it was like 2 weeks after.
2 weeks after. Okay.
2 weeks after. So this is what he looked like.
There's actually been a lot of complaints. That's why we're actually confused
He
because
is
I know of,
talking to
yeah, he's talking to
how
someone
to
of that
say
age. And yeah, there's actually been a lot of reports, and that's why we're actually a little confused because the one that sticks out in my mind happened 1 month beforehand, and this was this time, and there is other incidences, and you can search those.
I mean, this is weird. I don't like this. I just I remember this is in 1999. No, 1998. Going into 1999. I don't know. I just remember when I was that age, around when I went on a trip with my parents, a lot of those waiters and stuff would hit on these young girls. So it is a thing. Anyhow, she took a picture with him and she said that he was kind of flirty, is what she said on TikTok. And I can't show her face. So that's what's that. And this picture here is of him later. Right?
Well, yeah, that's because you can tell the name change. He didn't get that done till later on.
Okay. Okay. This is kind of in my face. All right. So you don't want to talk about that next picture? Is that okay? We can move on.
No, we mentioned it in the last one. It was just reminding people of who the gentleman was.
Especially now that we know about. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Started back then. I think it started back in 1997, if I'm correct. Alrighty. Next is. Oh. Who? Okay, if you guys don't know, I'll explain it because you probably don't know. This is Oscar. This is Alistair, aka Yellow, friend, or isn't he? He's a part of the band.
Yes, he is.
He's a part of the band. So, okay, so he is a part of the band, and he has made some statements that have been off, and I shared it on my last video regarding Amy Bradley's part 2.
Yep, and we actually have it next. So if you didn't get to see it on part 2, we have it again. And this was weird because we mentioned this last time too, but he didn't say anything for 27 years and then came out and made the weirdest statement ever, which doesn't align with any timeline. And it makes him appear like he's not being honest. And I don't know why you would hold something in for 27 years, speak and get it wrong. And I think I said that last time too.
Yep. And it's just a recap, and apparently, okay, so the next video is him talking, right?
Yeah, that's that interview again.
Because she wasn't reported even like gone or missing or anything until, was it 7 in the morning? Around
between 6 and 7.
And listen to what he says. All right, here we go.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Oscar Alexander. This is what I could tell you, what I remember, and this is the honest truth. What I remember is that we was in a band, was 4 of us in a band. We was the Calypso band on the Rhapsody of the Seas. And Royal Caribbean have, at that time, let us have something called Dancing Under the Stars. So we was playing, and by playing, Alistair, which is Yellow, end up talking to Amy Bradley, he talked to her. Now, the thing about it now is that he talked to her and she left and she go. Now, I never see Alistair leave with her, nothing like that. I'm his roommate, and when we finish play, we come back down to our cabin, and around, let's say about after 3 in the morning, after 3, 4 in the morning, around that time, somewhere there, the security came and knock on our cabin, They knock, they wake us up, they search the cabin, they say Amy Bradley is missing. Amy Bradley.
Wait, 3:30 in the morning?
Yep, and that's
Amy
the part,
Bradley's missing, babe?
Yeah, and that's the part that we're like, what the heck? That literally makes no sense. Like, why would you wait 27 years to say that? And from what we were able to find out, this hasn't been heavily investigated. And back then, he wasn't even considered a suspect. He was only considered a witness.
He should be taken in, re-questioned, and put a lie detector test on him. That's what should happen to Oscar, in my eyes. That's just me. Because she wasn't even, she was seen at 5:30 in the morning with Yellow.
Yes, and we actually found some other facts out about the evening before. Originally, it was Yellow stated that he left at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
But in that interview, I actually, the one that we've been playing from, Brad actually mentioned that that wasn't 100% accurate, and he actually came back and was there between 1 and 3:30 when Amy and Brad were still there partying that night. And that's
Wow.
something that got left out of everything. And I actually didn't realize that until I stumbled across the interviews that we've been watching today.
Oh my god, this girl is so I can't. She like okay. So first she said this, and then she said this, and then she said this. Yeah,
Hey, when you're on fire, keep rolling
Yeah.
with it.
yeah. I'm telling you, some strange things are happening. Is there the Ghostbuster song? Something weird. Neighborhood.
Yep,
Who
because
are you gonna call?
something doesn't fit that guy's story. It doesn't match anything. It's pretty obvious it's
Who you
not
gonna
on the
call?
level.
Who you gonna call, babe? Sally Pop Pile.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Hey, sometimes I make Chris laugh and he cries. Isn't that true?
Yep.
He like has tears. Like we'll get into that in another episode. I did some bloopers. So we could show that later.
Okay.
I mean in another video. Okay, let's see what she said. I like to nickname people, but that's out of enduring care for that person. But in this case, yeah, it says ringleaders.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna keep playing what he's saying. So he's saying 3:30 in the morning. They woke him up. She hasn't even been missing yet. No one said a word.
And actually, we could skip ahead if you want, because that's just the main point of this. It's
Oh.
that one thing, because that's huge. Because they were saying that, oh, we couldn't have done it because we were here, and now he says this statement which makes no sense.
Okay, I'll just keep playing it and then I'll just
Yeah,
stop
okay.
it. Let's see what he says right after this.
Was nowhere to be found in our cabin, because if Amy Bradley was in the cabin with Alistair Douglas and I am in the cabin, I'm his roommate, I would have get fired from Royal Caribbean, you understand? Because that is against company policy too.
Whoop-de-doo-dah. What do you mean it's against company policies? You're all in on this crap.
Bring
Allegedly.
guests or passengers in your cabin, and we was the FBI came.
Did he just say it's against policy? They do this all the time. Okay, forget it.
And they do the investigation. They put the whole ship, most of the crew member, under lie detector test. All of the crew member passed it, you understand?
What about him?
Including Alistair Douglas.
What about you?
Passed it, including me, passed it. Everybody passed it,
He passed it.
And Alistair Douglas was cleared by the FBI, you understand?
You understand?
Okay, so to clarify, it was inconclusive on Alistair. That's not exactly a pass.
Yeah.
So when he states that he passed it, everybody passed it. Did they pass it, or was it inconclusive, just like Alistair's was? I would like some clarification on that, please, and thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Because that doesn't quite.
That makes sense.
I don't like that, because you can't say that he passed it when we know he didn't. We have the documents saying that it was inconclusive.
Yes. Well, would you think it'd be against policy for them to dance? Well,
It
no, they're
is. It
supposed
is
to be kind
now.
of-
It is now.
It is now.
But back then, it was all about helping the vibe, making the tourists feel welcome.
Interacting.
Yeah, and because of a lot of incidences, they're not quite allowed to do as much of that, if any, these days.
No, they're not. I've noticed that like going on trips like now back in the 90s, where I danced with a waiter. That's not allowed now, I don't think. So yeah, it's much different. And I was like 17. Okay, moving on to the next one, so we don't have to play this whole video, right?
No, that's just that.
Yeah.
So this is what we were actually talking about just a little while ago. It was just the involvement with Oscar Alexander and FBI, and we just mentioned this, that his case was a witness. So that's just very odd. So if you want, we can read a little bit of this. So the FBI involvement with Oscar Alexander and the Amy Lynn Bradley case is primarily as a witness rather than a primary suspect. Alexander, a former bandmate and roommate of the case's key person of interest, Alistair Yellow Douglas, was recently provided statements that have been subject to modern investigation analysis. Hold on. So let me just say that again.
I can bring it up close so you can read it there.
Yeah, thank you. So hold on. Oscar, a witness rather than a primary suspect. Bandmate Alistair Yellow Douglas recently provides statements for analysis. Okay, so we just watched that video, and he said he passed a lie detector test. Authorities usually don't make witnesses pass a lie detector test. Usually, it's only people that they've accused as a suspect in the case. So again, I would like clarification on this apparent lie detector test that the whole band took and that Oscar Alexander took. If you guys
Yeah.
are just witnesses, I wonder if they could even have legally forced you to submit to a polygraph unless you were an official suspect. I don't know what Curacao law was back then, so
Neither do I.
I would like clarification.
Yeah.
What actually happened with those tests? Was it just somebody writing on a notepad, "Thank you very much, sir," or was he actually hooked up to a polygraph?
Yeah. Very valid. Why would he be hooked up to one unless there was
Unless you were a suspect.
yeah, a
And
suspicion of what his statements were. And by the way, what you heard now is a new statement. So
that was a
whatever he said
2025.
before is different. And everything back there was kind of like fake and gay. I'm not gonna take all this like polygraph test and all that crap back then. I wanna reopen this stuff.
Yeah, and they weren't even really advanced that much back then anyways, polygraphs and lie detectors. They're a lot more further advanced and accurate these days, and it would be interesting to see what kind of results you'd get if you put any one of those individuals on
he
that
was the
now.
last person to see her. He should I don't know, have a little bit more empathy and care. Even the cruise ship manager or whatever, which we'll get into in a second, people should have a little bit more. I don't know, empathy, but they just wanted to let everybody off the boat because it was policy and they didn't want to ruin everybody's trip while a woman is missing. I'll tell you this much. This woman wouldn't have let anybody off that boat. I wouldn't have let anybody off that boat until no, I'm going to check everything. I'm going to get everybody on the boat to help me check. And I know they did everything they could back then, but everybody just got off the boat. Okay. Next, and this is what is this? This is the
Okay, so we've already referenced both of these documents in this episode. So the one on the left, this was it's a copy of a statement, and the part that sort of really, really matters is at the very, very bottom. So I'm going to try to lean in and read that for everybody. At 2000 hours, carried out an interview with the musician Alistair Douglas, EMP 18, blah, blah, blah. During the initial interview, Douglas made many false statements about the when and where he was being. Once confronted with and explained the lock link process, he finally apologized and made a statement that was more in line with the facts. And he actually mentions this in the interview that Ali played last video. So he mentions that he didn't understand the door latch system, that they can track his movements. So he said a bunch of stuff.
yeah.
And then once somebody said, "Hey, what about the lock scanning system?" Then he changed his story, and that was okay. That was okay and accepted.
That's crazy.
Are we even on the same planet? How did that slip through?
I don't
How
know.
did that slip through?
What is the law enforcement doing about this? Are they like they don't give a crap? That's what it feels like to me.
And you don't want to, maybe double check that guy or something?
I would
Like, I don't know.
triple check, quadruple check.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. I've always wanted to work as an FBI agent. That was my dream when I was a kid. Obviously things didn't happen that way. But look at this. This is crazy. Even has a time dinner main seating seen by blah blah blah. Casino 2100, casino probably longer. And it shows the whole pool deck, Douglas and male guest. It shows the whole time stamp here.
That's what he said, right?
Right.
Yeah. And I find it funny that all of those witnesses, by the
Well,
looks of it, all work for the cruise ship.
yeah. They're
Not a
like
single passenger is listed under that how, right?
yeah. And she was reported
there,
missing at
or the where.
7:33 in the morning. Why would they knock on her door on their door at 3:30 in the morning?
Yeah, they
Um,
were in bed. You know, if it was 4, they were in bed. If it was 3, they were all together still.
Yeah, and remember, her pictures of her and like by herself here were taken and were found in his bag, in Alistair's bag, and the daughter found the pictures.
Nope, the mom did.
Okay, sorry, I refrained. The mom found the pictures because the daughter wasn't born yet. This was many years later, but the daughter kind of wants answers because all these pictures of women are in Alistair's bag.
Yeah, and
It's
from
weird.
what I
It's weird.
remember, it was the Alistair's daughter's name's Amika, and it was her mother that told her about this bag after. So
Yeah.
she had questions, just like anybody would. You grow up and you see, you know, your family or your dad in this case on the internet, and you're eventually, you know, as you become older, you want answers. And she called him and she asked, and uh, from what I understand, she wasn't 100% believing him, which is sad. Like I feel bad for her as an individual.
Yeah, and she's like 22. She can go run the boat. She can go anywhere she wants on the ship. She doesn't need to be she's not 15. She's 22. So she can go do whatever she wants. She could even take the cruise by herself. What I'm saying is something happened and we want to get to the bottom of it. All the statements and now even Oscar's statement is just crazy. Babe, you're not in the frame. Come in the frame, babe.
I can't.
Oh, sorry, am I in the way?
Yeah, I've been sort of half out the whole
Sorry,
time.
we
It's no
got-
big deal.
Okay. So this picture here on the side. Hold on a second. So
Here,
this
you can come in a little bit more.
Oh, am I in your way?
No.
Okay.
All
Sorry,
right.
we're trying to adjust ourselves. Okay. So this picture here is of a letter they sent to Bill Clinton at the time he was president.
Yes, and I believe he was requesting support and help. He was letting them know what happened and the details, and at that point, they already knew the cruise line wasn't being very forthcoming. They delayed relaying information to the FBI, and that was a costly delay of time. They refused, or allegedly refused, to relay information from key witnesses to the FBI for 24 hours.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. That's not okay. You have to have all this out immediately. You know what I would be doing? I'd be knocking on everybody's door. Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? I've been not waking everybody up. I don't care. Take your cruise ship. Your cruise ship's not going to port. The cruise ship's about to port too.
Yeah, it was pretty much
like,
docked or
oh.
almost docked.
I know. I don't know. I feel for them so much because once it docks, it's over. It's like everybody gets out. Your witnesses are gone. Everybody's gone. And I know they're
Suspects are gone.
Suspects are gone. She could be in a duffel bag. We don't know. We don't know. And it's just like that time right there. The FBI should have been there. There should have been. You know what should have happened? The police should have stopped everybody from exiting the boat. I don't care if it ruins your trip. Too bad. That's just me. But things back then are different. Were different. It was very lenient. It was like not important. And I think the Amber Alert only started in was it 1999? Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. I'm
No
not saying
idea.
that she's 22, but I'm still saying like it wasn't invented until that girl named Amber. That's what caused all that. Anyhow, moving on.
Click up Debbie's last
Sure.
comment.
This one?
Yep.
Yes.
That's what they lost. And that's why they didn't get any answers. And
Yeah.
that's why she's still missing.
Because then they just left to the next port, right? That's when the FBI came on at St. Thomas, which is a little bit kind of too late.
It was probably too late by then. Actually, it was too late
It
by
was.
then. It was already too
It
late.
was too late.
It was too late.
I mean, I feel like if you're responsible for me, you're responsible for your passengers, and one is missing. So you're gonna dock that boat. You're not gonna move it. Go get a new boat. How about that? Get a new boat, transfer everybody onto the new boat, and move along. Because this boat's staying here. I don't know. I think things should have been done differently. The cruise ship and the personnel who was ever in charge should have contacted the FBI and said, "What do? We have a missing passenger." Well, you don't move the boat. Hello, right, babe?
Yeah, exactly.
This is the conversation. So this is our live stream. We want to have a conversation about everything and what you guys think. We shouldn't move the boat. So next picture.
We didn't talk about this one.
No, that's what I was saying. Next
Oh,
picture.
okay.
This one. This is my kind of favorite. So his name is Bill Hefner. I believe it was don't quote me on this, 9 months after, 8 or 9 months after she went missing.
He saw her.
He saw her in Curacao in a brothel. And it was kind of like, he said, like a Hispanic, like I can't show the video, but kind of like a Hispanic or in that nature. Her and Amy were sitting at the table. He wanted to go in, and his ship, I forgot what it's called, US military ship, boarded in Curacao. So he goes, we get off and we go do our thing or whatever. And he goes, I went to the place where I wasn't supposed to go. And he didn't want anybody to know that. So I really give him credit for coming forward. I wish it was
I don't.
I wish it was earlier. I don't give him, wrong word. I don't give him credit, but I wish he came earlier, because that precious time, like Debbie just said, that's precious, right? So 9 months is a big gap to come forward and say, hey. So he had
never even did that. Remember, 9 months later he saw her, and then 2 years later, after that 9 months, then he came forward.
Okay, I don't know the exact date, babe. I know we talked about it in our last live. So the exact timeline with Bill Hefner. So he's a military. I forgot what his background is, but he did say that he was going to retire, and he didn't want to screw up his retirement, and he didn't want to get in trouble being in the wrong place where he's not supposed to be, getting off the boat and stuff. So he did sit down and he saw her. He didn't know it was her. She told him. So she was sitting at the table with this Spanish girl and her, and they're sitting at the table. He came in first and he goes, "Oh," and the guy goes, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And he goes, "I was going to get a beer." So he got checked before he went in. And the guy at the thing said, "Sit down at the table." And there's 2 girls that came there. Obviously, we know what you're going to do when you go to these places. Come on. Anyways, I can't say a lot because it's YouTube. But anyhow, he sat down. I can't.
I think just explained the whole situation in great detail.
We know what military guys do when they get off boats. Come on, let's talk about Vietnam. We don't want to go there. But anyways, he's sitting down with 2 girls. The one Spanish girl leaves. Amy goes like this. "Hey, I'm stuck here. Please help me. My name is Amy." And she's telling him this. And he goes, "Well, I hear this stuff all the time from girls." And then I'm just telling you what he said, right? And then, allegedly, and then he didn't say anything until this show came out. 2 years later, he said he saw her, and she said, I guess he saw her on like a show somewhere, and he goes, I gotta say something. He felt guilty, maybe. He goes, she's missing, and I was there. She said she needed help, you know? So he took a lie detector test and everything came back truthful to what he said. So, um, that's another sighting.
Yeah, it is.
Another sighting. So she mentioned her full name. It just gives me goosebumps, babe. I don't know what you're feeling about this part. This part gives me goosebumps.
I don't really have anything to add. You said everything there, babe.
Yeah. What do you guys feel about that?
Well, what I want to say, I can't say.
Yeah, we
So,
can't
like, I
say
don't
anything.
have. He
Okay.
grosses me out.
Yeah. We can't
He traded somebody's life for cash and a retirement policy. Like, I'm grossed out by the guy.
Yeah. Chris isn't too happy about it. I wish he would
That's why I'm sitting back here and I'm not talking. And I'm like this.
he's mad. So I guess we he should have came earlier. Somebody's missing, right? So that's what happened there. And these brothels are there in Curacao, unfortunately, and
All right,
that's
moving
that.
on.
That's that.
I can't even stand to look at that guy
These
anymore.
hello
honey.
servicemen. There have been
Yeah.
yes. So here's my thing, and I just want to say this: like, she's asking for help once again. First, a taxi driver, another girl in Bahamas, and now no, that was later. I was after. So she's asking the taxi driver for help. Now she's asking this guy for help. She isn't getting any help. No help. At a certain point, you just give up. Like, no one's going to help you, right? No one's helping you. When I think about things like that, I just say, I know God's got that handled. Yep. You are correct. Okay,
After which
so
they-
next is a video of Brad again. So I'm just going to roll it right in because I don't know what it is.
After which they reported it. The ship didn't tell us and didn't tell the FBI until we ran into them, immediately went to the purser's desk with them, and demanded that the FBI be woken up. And that was the first time that the ship's personnel made the FBI aware. So they had known the day before, yet they didn't say anything. Why is that? But yeah, if you'd have seen the panic in those girls' faces, that's never left me. I've never questioned what they claim they saw at all, ever. And I believe them. I'll believe them to the day I die, unless someone proves somehow otherwise.
Wow.
They have no motive in the game. Again, they testified in the grand jury as to what they saw.
Wow.
Yeah, so those were the witnesses that saw the Amy and Alistair together between 5:30 and 6. These were also the exact same witnesses that reported this to the Rhapsody of the Seas crew, and they did not report it to the FBI until the Bradleys got back on the boat. So that was kind of very, very important information that, again, delayed 24 hours. And why didn't the cruise ship inform the FBI immediately?
They didn't want to.
Because at that time, the FBI was on the ship and they did not relay that to them because they had already moved on from Curacao. The Bradley stayed in Curacao. The ship moved on. It went on to the next port. FBI got on there. They caught up with the ship, jumped on because they couldn't find anything on Curacao, and went to start to try to gather information from more witnesses. And that's when they found out about all this.
A little bit too late. Precious time. Like Debbie said, 48 hours, right?
Yeah.
We only got that time.
And that's her.
That's a witness, that saw her at around between 5 and 6 a.m.
Yeah,
So,
and that's the same witness that Brad was just talking about now. It was her and her friend, and I believe they still are in contact till this day. So
yeah. And
that shows you the faith he has in their statements.
Yep.
They'll probably become lifelong friends over this.
And then we have here again, it's just a recap of Alistair's daughter,
Amika.
Amika.
I honestly,
Yeah.
I honestly just feel bad for Amika. Like, her mom was pregnant with her when this all went down,
Yep.
and she had to grow up finding this out about her father, and this is how she grew up. And I just find that just sort of heartbreaking.
Yeah.
She wasn't even born yet, so she's innocent. And now that she's a grown woman, she's been trying to help because she feels responsible. And
She wants answers. She just wants to know
yeah,
what the heck. Why'd you have all those pictures of Amy and all the other people in your bag? It's
yeah,
weird. It's weird,
yeah,
guys. Oh, I take pictures of people. No, that's weird. You have a woman that has your baby in her belly at home. No, that's weird. That's odd. I don't like it. So I think there was some kind of like, little disagreement with the when he came back and he was very off. And I know the mom said to the daughter, when you get older, you might search, it might come up. So this is why it is all over the internet if she Googles it, right? So she did question her dad about it because didn't he have a lot of money when he came off that boat?
yeah. That was something that was also covered as well. He was reported to be having $60,000 in cash, either right after or shortly after. There was a couple people, including family members and friends, that corroborated all that. And allegedly, they were unsure of how he got it. He didn't really sort of say how he got it, but allegedly, he was bragging about having this fat wad living in the small island of Grenada, and a 20-year-old man just doesn't walk around with a wallet that thick.
Hmm, 60 grand. Nice. Where'd you get that from?
Exactly.
Kind
And
of kind of
that
weird.
was never followed up, pursued. He
Nope.
was never asked about that by anything.
Because I think it was the wife that said that, and that's a lot of money. Where'd it come from? I don't think he explained himself. So that's weird.
That's weird. Another missing link that was never researched. Okay, so something that we didn't talk about in the first couple episodes, just because there's just so much information. This is about a gentleman who defrauded the Bradley family and nonprofit organizations that were set up to actually help find Amy.
Wow.
So this is really kind of the lowest of the low. And I will read it out.
Yeah.
And because this was left out of the documentary, and I just want to make sure people understand. Um, so here we go. But the larger of mission from the Netflix documentary is how badly the Bradleys were scammed. It entirely leads out the saga of Frank Jones, a fraudster who preyed on the family's desperation. It started with a woman named Judith who claimed Amy was being held by guards in a house. Judith said she had seen Amy working at a grocery store, going to the gym, and frequently accompanied by a man with long blonde hair and a sleeve of tattoos. After she mentioned a lullaby the Bradleys had sung to Amy as a baby, the family became convinced that she was telling the truth. Spoiler, she wasn't. So this developed into basically this gentleman saying that he could find her and he knew where they were. This person, Judith, connected the Bradleys to this individual, I believe. He was a former Army Ranger, and he started to make trips down to the Caribbean. So I'm going to read the last one here, and it is over the course of several months. Jones fed the family false updates, including sightings of Amy with a long haired man. He eventually claimed his team had to abort the rescue mission after being shot at. Lame excuse. To secure one final payment, he sent the Bradleys a blurry photo of a woman in a large sun hat, seen from behind, walking with a man with a sleeve of tattoos, allegedly Amy and her captor. There was no rescue, there was no team, there was no Amy. Frank Jones defrauded the Bradleys out of $24,000 of their personal savings and more than $180,000 from nonprofit organizations that were set up to help Amy. He was eventually convicted of the fraud and ordered to the court to pay back the money. Think about how much wasted time that was.
Wow.
and him preying on the
That's
family
crazy.
and the organizations. Why didn't that make it into the documentary? That's
It should've.
kind of something really
Yeah.
important.
And you found that. That was a good find, babe, because like I didn't know after going through all that, they had to go through this as well. This is not okay. This is disgusting, actually.
Like some of the rumors were is that it was left out because it would have embarrassed the Bradleys. Um,
Well, maybe.
maybe I can't speak to that, but at the same time, that's pretty horrible.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for them, and what a slime ball this guy was.
Yeah. 24,000 out of their personal life savings. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah,
And see what people do when people are desperate to find answers. This is they just go for the jugular. It's just disgusting. I'm just
yeah,
gross.
yeah.
Anyways, um moving on, this is kind of like Amy's last written
Anything.
anything. This is a postcard that she sent. That was her last handwritten thing. From the trip. She sent it to somebody. Molly. She sent it to
Yeah, I believe it
Molly.
was sent to Molly, and we just added this in here because Amy did like writing,
Yes.
and you know, because she was an avid writer, I think considering how much Molly cared for her, I'm pretty sure that she's
Yeah.
really happy to have that as
Yeah.
a keepsake. Um, in such a tragic situation, nothing's going to cheer you up, but that's something that maybe you wish you had rather than not,
And
if
she
that
had
makes
so
sense.
much living for her. Like she had a dog, she had a new dog, she had a new car, she had a new apartment.
Yep.
She was gonna bring I think her roommate or her girlfriend Molly was gonna move in. There were so many things that she was going to do. So I can't see her trying to do like, like people say, oh, she fell off the ship or whatever like that,
Yeah.
or she just did
Yeah.
she jumped. By the way, I have a poll. Go check the poll and vote on it. What you think before we get into a discussion because there is a poll up. So next.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, what do you want to talk about?
Well, the rest of
The garden.
yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so over the years, there's been a number of people that have actually sort of started up personal gardens for Amy. However, at the original house where the Bradleys live, there actually still is a garden there for Amy. Even though the Bradleys don't live there anymore, the new people who took over the house have been maintaining the garden in Amy's memory. And we have a clip
A video.
from that person, and we wanted to share that with you guys.
Okay. So, I don't know if I moved into a house where somebody was missing, I have a dream every night. Anyhow, here she is. Redhead.
Family and I live in Amy Lynn Bradley's childhood home. It's something we knew before we moved in. And with the new documentary coming out on Netflix, I have gotten a chance to watch it, and there are images of our house in it. And it is very, very strange seeing our house on TV. All of the images and photos of her in the house, I can pinpoint exactly where those pictures were taken. But it is awesome to be raising my family in her childhood home as well, because I know that she was raised with a lot of love. And I really do hope that the family can find her. It's really, really weird seeing my house on TV and the garden that is in the front of the house. That was her garden. It was Amy's garden. It was a little memorial for her. We do try to keep it looking good as much as possible. That is still Amy's garden to us, but I really do hope that they can find her soon.
And yeah, that's that. Was kind of nice that she said that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's so many tragic and unsettling things that sort of happened with this situation. Is it's nice to try to show something a little bit of positive and to show the better side of human nature, considering a lot of this focuses on the worst
Mm.
side of human nature.
That's
And
a
I just think it
that's
was important to show that.
that's a really nice way to put it, babe. I think that um what she shared was sweet. So
Me too.
and I like the fact that she's maintaining that garden. All right, moving on. This picture here on the left, well, all these pictures are ours. So
So this
that's
was
not me. Okay.
yeah, this was a one of our trips to Aruba. And okay, so I think that we are done. I think the bulk of the show is
Well,
that.
yeah.
All right, so we've got a couple personal things to go over, and we're gonna go over what we think happened.
Yep.
We're
Just want to
gonna
read that first,
Yep.
babe, before I move on to this picture, because she was mentioning the garden. Thank
Yep.
Yeah, that's really nice of her to keep that up. We have an animal cemetery on my mom's property in the country.
Aw,
Oh,
fur babies.
you know what's really weird? We buried our German Shepherd in our backyard, and then we moved, and I'm like, oh no, our German Shepherd. Like, what are you gonna do? He loved this like willow tree that he slept under, and that's where he buried him. But the people that moved in there probably don't even know.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's that. But he's buried where he loved to be. So, now this picture, do you want me to start or you to start? What do you want to do? I wanted to,
Whatever you like.
I want to describe. I mean, I like to talk about both, but do you want to go first or I go first? I'll go first. You want me to go first?
It sounds like you want to go
I'm gonna go
first.
first because like this happened. This happened to me. So, I mean, well, both of it happened to us, but he can describe the second one because he was the savior of that day. Um, so this picture right here, you probably can't see it, but this guy right here, can you guys see that? He's just sitting there under an umbrella. He's a local. So we were in Aruba and we were gonna go on. You'll probably hear you'll hear it online somewhere if you want to go to Aruba. It's called the Jolly Pirate Ship. And
Jolly Roger pirate ship?
Jolly Rock. Did I say it wrong?
You talked about his jolly ship. I believe it's Jolly Roger.
Okay. Whatever. It's the Jolly Pirate Ship.
Sure.
Okay. It has like, you go for a sunset cruise and then it has like a rope you can swing off and go into the water and then you can like snorkel. So it's like a whole tour. But this is where you port and the pirate ship was over there. I have other pictures of it, but we didn't show it right now. But he was standing here. I came over here to take a picture of the pirate ship coming back, dropping off the people that were ending their tour. And Chris is back at the little kind of place where you can have drinks and stuff behind me. And I'm trying to take a picture. I'm just trying to get closer to the ocean to take a picture of the pirate ship coming in. He's sitting here waiting for everybody to come off the boat, probably because everybody comes off the boat a little bit tipsy. Okay, so I'm standing there taking a picture, and this guy says to me, "Hey." And Chris is, I think you were filming this, right? Were you filming this? You
Yeah.
were filming. He was filming this. So he took this picture. And he's talking to me. So this guy's talking to me. He has like long, little bit of a dreads, kind of funky hair. And I'm like, who's talking to me? And I look over and I go, hi. And he goes, how long you here for? And I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm here with my boyfriend. He goes, oh, where? I said, he's over there. He goes, oh, you enjoying your vacation? And I'm like, what in the world is this guy doing? As he's seen as soon as I was alone, because we seen him before, is what Chris said. As soon as I was alone, he said something to me.
Yeah, because we walked off the boat. We walked past him, and everybody did. You're literally on the boat, so you're sitting there drinking for 5 or 6 hours. So everybody's buzzed. You come off the boat, you walk straight up, and then there's a restaurant there. So then you go straight from that boat into another restaurant and bar. So we were sitting there, ordered some more drinks, ordered some food, and she walked down, and he just waited until she was alone. Like he literally just watched me and her walk by together, holding hands on that dock up to the restaurant, and then waited for her to walk back down by herself. So, he wasn't threatening, he wasn't violent, but, just keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, that's a little bit flirty conversation, you know. Oh, I don't see. He even said, "I don't see your boyfriend," and he asking me how long I'm staying here. Never tell anybody how long you're staying. Tell them you're staying for 5 months. Okay. Next picture here is of a place we call Baby Beach in Aruba. I wanted to go so badly because you can snorkel there and it's very shallow. But our experience, other than other people's experience, wasn't a very good one. And the people in this picture, Chris will explain, um, was a result of us calling the Aruba police because we went through a little bit of an ordeal.
All right. Yes, and I just wanted to say the only reason why we were there is because that place is known for having a lot of sea turtles. So we wanted to go swimming and see the sea. So we went down there, and it was a bit of a thing to get our little hut there, like you see in the bottom right-hand corner, that little thing. So we went out there, and we were swimming around, and we saw the sea turtles. Great. So we got some video, and that was awesome. Um,
But
yes,
the,
hon?
but the tell them about why you need that hut, how hot it was. If you don't have that hut, you're actually you're gonna fry. We had to get the hut, right? And we paid $80 or USD for that hut, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, you buy that if you're going to be on the beach.
yeah.
Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, we were swimming in the water and we found the turtles. We were taking pictures of turtles. Then it started to rain, and while we were in the water, we were sort of looking back at our thing, at our little hut there.
You
Just
missed. Hold on. Hold. Can I say something, baby? You missed the whole part.
why don't you tell it then?
Okay. I'm not like it's not that. It's like this part here. So her and her boyfriend were sitting on a lawn. She was sitting on the lawn chair and he was in the water or he was walking back and forth along the beach. While we were in our hut, she was right in front of me suntanning. So this girl in the orange bathing suit was suntanning. And the people behind me, we were talking because I talk a lot to people and he talked. We were like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she wasn't so talkative because she was by herself. But her boyfriend was going back and forth along the beach walking. She didn't get off of that sunbathing chair for 2 hours, is what the other people told me. Didn't get off the chair. You would fry because we had to be in the shade because it was so super hot that day. We were either you're in the water or you're in the shade. That's how hot it was. So I'm gonna let him continue. She was on that sunbathing chair, right? And then I kind of even said to him when I was there, I go, "Babe," I said this to him, "I don't feel so comfortable. Like she's just sitting there." And he goes, "What do you mean? She's just suntanning." I go, "She's kind of weird. She's not moving. Is she okay? Like, why is that guy going back and forth?" He came once to see her and he said something in Spanish to her that I understood because I understand a little bit of Spanish. And he goes, something about agua, and I'm gonna go over there. And then I'm gonna come back. And and then he just left. So I said, "Okay, they must be together." Then I waited about a half an hour and we gotta go in the water. So now go ahead, babe. Talk
No,
about
go ahead, continue.
No. Now it's
No,
your
go
turn.
ahead. I insist. Continue.
No, I'm not gonna
No,
go
come
ahead.
on. Come on.
I'm not gonna go ahead. I want you didn't tell them about the girl suntanning for like the other tourist said, for 3 hours she was sitting there. 2 or 3 hours she was sitting there. Okay, go ahead. So now
All right.
we went in the water.
Yeah. So, anyways, we were swimming. We seen turtles. Started to rain. We were already looking back because we already knew to sort of keep an eye on our stuff. It's just kind of common sense. So as we were trying to move back, and Allie was still injured at this time, so she couldn't move. Right. So like she's still recovering now. Um, so I just noticed them in the actual hut, like in our effing hut. And so I'm like starting to move towards it a little bit quicker. And Allie was watching them as well. And she noticed them pick up our bags. So I
We were in
ran.
the water. We were all in the water. And
Yeah.
from a distance, we
Yeah.
can see he's carrying Chris's bag.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, I go up there And I'm just going to try to speed through the rest of the story. We're taking a little bit too long to tell it. So, anyways, um, I sped up. I questioned them. They got into an argument. They walked away. I didn't believe them. I let them get ahead of me. I followed them into the restaurant without them seeing me. I watched them sit down. Then I went back to our hut. I noticed that we were missing some money. Then I went over to the restaurant. I called the police. I got them to go there. I pointed them out. They dragged them back down to the beach, made them give us our money, and then we got our stuff and left. And then I went complained to the people about us getting robbed. We got our hut refunded. We hopped in our Jeep and we got the heck out of there.
Yeah. Well, that was really fast. I mean, that was really a fast telling story, babe. I would have just like added that the cop said that they were from Venezuela and he said he's rich. He doesn't need any money. He took our money from our bag and we got all our money back. Anyhow.
The moral of the story that I actually really wanted to get to, and the only point that really I guess kind of matters, is that the southern end of the island of Aruba is close to Venezuela. It's only about 3 to 5 hours away on speedboat, so people can come over, go onto Aruba, hang out all day, and then go back home. And before, if you're not aware of what happened, before you can even file a report, the people are in another country. And that's the thing I wanted to bring up because
Mhm.
Brad has talked about these ports and all over the island. Well, not all over, a couple of them that don't have any security or anything like that. So you can stop, pull up, load whatever you want, and then
Yeah.
take the boat back somewhere else.
Yeah.
So there's not a
Yeah.
lot of, I guess, regulation and
Yeah.
observation on these ports. So the southern end of the island is a little bit rougher, and that's where we had that incident with that couple.
Yeah, so they went in our tent, grabbed our stuff, took our money, and had lunch with our money. But anyways, we Chris was very quick and caught him. So I'm glad that happened. I wouldn't have been able to get out of the water that fast and catch him. But yeah, so that particular thing happened to us at Baby Beach. And oh, Chris has to go talk to our kitty cat. So yeah, and the hut cost us 80 USD. It was just what in the world for that little hut there. That little thing. It's like it's a little tent because the whole entire beach didn't have any shelter. There was no like little palm tree things that they like, those little palm tree huts that they usually have on the beach. They didn't have anything there. So I did have a great time though. I saw a sea turtle, so that was like the best part of it all. I'm glad they didn't take the keys and all the other stuff. But yeah, you always got to be aware when you're in somewhere different. This time if we ever go somewhere, we're gonna take our water bag, which they had somebody else's water bag that they stole. 'Cause I told the cop in Spanish, I'm like, "Que esto? Why does he have the actual somebody else's water bag with champagne in it? Where'd they get that from?"
Yeah, and actually the one fact about that water bag is after all that happened, they went over to the restaurant. They just left it there on the beach. So obviously that's not yours if you don't care about it.
And I told the cop, I go, how can he be so rich, this guy in this hat, if he's wearing flip-flops and he couldn't even afford a hut for his girl? What? So anyways, they gave us all our money back. And that's what happened to us in Aruba, Baby Beach. Anyways, next is what? I don't know what's next, baby. Where are we? Oh,
Yeah,
is this a video? You want me to play this video? It's another. Is this the same one? Is it
it
double?
is. I just wanted to play it again just to
Okay.
remind people because we're at the end of the episode.
Yep.
And I just wanted to play that again and then play the composite thing again.
Okay. So here we go. It's just like an image of her name is Jazz. A picture that was
Well,
emailed.
Jazz/Amy.
Jazz. Her name is Jazz/Amy. That was on a website sent to the parents, and it has been identified that is her. So here we go.
What do you guys think?
I don't know what you guys think. Looks like her to me. Yeah. Eyes and the mouth and the, I don't know, just her eyes so much, like so
Yeah.
much of her eyes and her eyebrows and her chin and yeah. Okay, so there's another video here who she's been seen with
Yeah,
by a witness.
we played this last episode, but I just thought it was important to show it again.
Sure. Let me just bring it up a little bit better. Yes, so let's play this now.
In March 1998, 23-year-old Amy Lynn Bradley vanished without a trace from a cruise ship near Curacao. This age-progressed image shows what she might look like now, 27 years later. Over the years, witnesses have reported seeing a woman matching her description, accompanied by men who might be involved in her mysterious disappearance. 3 composite sketches were created based on those sightings. The men depicted in the sketches were labeled persons of interest. To this day, Amy's family continues to seek answers.
Okay, so that was a little repeat from a recap from last episode. Those are the 3 individuals that were like actual cited from in Curacao, right? Those 3. And what did we have next? We have.
Yeah, now we got this.
Oh no! How are we gonna explain this?
Well, we're just not going to talk a lot about it.
Oh wait, what happened? The picture's not showing, babe.
I don't know. Delete
In
it.
March 1998,
Don't worry about it. It's just one clip. I put like
Oh
10.
there, I only
I
can
put
show it
like
like that. Is that okay?
yeah, I put like 10 of those pictures in. So we're just going to say that this is what we think happened, and it's a serious problem in the Caribbean, and it's only been getting worse and worse and worse. It's been proven that there's a lot of networks connected. It's just utterly insane, and it's just a real horrible problem, and it's something as North Americans, like Canadians and Americans, we spend a lot of time going to the Caribbean, and it's gorgeous and it's beautiful and generally pretty safe, but you just got to be careful, right? That's it. Just have common sense, and you can always go and have fun and have a great time. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
there is a real danger out there, and you just got to be aware of that and not be dumb.
Yep. Don't go with people you don't know. Don't accept drinks. Don't go like even if it's like people that work there. That's the worst thing to do.
Yeah.
Don't trust anybody that works anywhere. And that goes for any person traveling, especially young people, because even I'm trustworthy. Like you told me that I'm naive. He says I'm naive and I trust everybody. So I like to think that everybody has good in them, and I give people chances. So, but when you're traveling, you got to be really safe, especially women,
And we're just gonna leave this up a little bit, and just so that if you guys want to read it or take screenshots,
Yeah, because like I can't read it out loud because it says all this. Look how much 35% of the world's population lives on less than $2 a day, and there are 2.5 billion children, women and men that
at
are
risk of
HT. Curacao identified only 3 victims of trafficking in 2019 compared to 44 in 2019.
If you just heard what you just said, the amounts that are getting reported are getting lower, but the problem is increasing. So that means they're not making as many busts. Is that intentional or not?
And people don't want to talk about this. It's not highly talked about.
Not a lot in the Caribbean, anyways. So we got
I'm
a
just
bunch
talking
of
about in general. Like nobody wants to even cover this. This
well,
is
a
like
little bit more now. Like with our other investigations, it's starting to
Well-
come out more now. But if you tried to talk about it last year, nobody wanted to touch it.
no, it's very touchy subject, and nobody really wants to talk about it. even like all the Gilligan Island stuff, it's kind of dark, and the stuff that we've seen, we all know it's dark, and when nobody wants to,
And we can slide along to the next
we don't want
slide.
nobody wants to talk about it.
Oh no, it's such a sensitive thing, and it's actually hard to even do online. Um, I just this one here is actually interesting to bring up, and if I was right, yes. So one of the places
I think
where
she's going. Debbie's going. Thank you so much for showing up, and I will see you. Yeah. Well, I'm doing Freedom Friday. Tornado Alley's coming on Friday, so I'll see you. You have a great night if you're leaving now.
thank you, Debbie.
So yeah, the
What was I
HT,
saying?
the HT.
Yeah. Okay, so I found this while I was poking around, and it's from a bunch of years ago, right? But I just wanted to show this because Bridgetown, Barbados, is one of the places where Amy was allegedly seen, and I thought this was important to bring up what happened there a bunch of years ago. So this is actually sort of a positive thing
hmm
because I believe it was Interpol who was able to save nearly 350 potential victims, and they were rescued out of Bridgetown, Barbados. So that was pretty phenomenal.
That's amazing.
You know, it's better than the numbers that they were getting out of Curacao. It went from 44 to 3, and I don't even know what the numbers are now.
I mean, if they
So
save 350, that's pretty remarkable.
yeah, it's still,
Not enough.
not enough, but every bit helps, and as
Okay.
much as you can do to sort of take this down, it's great.
Go to the next one.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
it's everywhere. It's not
It's
just.
all over the place. So
Yeah.
I just we didn't want to deep dive on this because it's not what this is about, but we just wanted to show this in relation because this is what we think happened to Amy Bradley.
Yep.
And you
Can't really
know,
read it, but you guys can read it yourself because it's a lot of words we can't read.
yeah,
So
yeah,
just it's there for you to if you want to like look at it or Google it yourself.
yeah, or
Um
screenshot it, read it
yeah,
later, whatever you want to
yeah.
do.
It
But
is
this is
a
what we think happened,
it
and
generates 9 point okay, something generates 9.5 billion US dollars annually. Just put that in your head. That's what this does. This that I can't say. All right?
yeah,
9.5 billion.
yeah.
And so does war. War does that too. Okay, next. Oh, here we go. I don't know why this picture's not showing up. That's weird.
There we go. And I found this this center document was kind of crazy. Again, it's a little bit older, but we're just trying to show um, just a history. And if you can bring that up again, honey. So, according to the research, and this was back, I think, in 2020, approximately 176,000 individuals were involved in 11 major economic hubs in the uh, sh- Caribbean region. Shockingly, some of these individuals reportedly pay as much as $27,000 to engage with with hello,
You're
sometimes
kidding
as
me.
young as 10. There are at least 83 licensed places in operation across the region. It's not only real, it's organized, a multi-billion dollar industry that is happening in plain sight every single day.
There you go. And they're trying to stop it. Impact of traffic. The Venezuela. Caribbean. Wow, that's a lot. 27,000 USD, babe,
Yeah,
to engage with that.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. And this is in the Caribbean.
Yep. Guys, I don't know what you want to say, but okay. Next. I think we're almost done. We're almost done. If anybody wants to talk or tell me your vibe. This is just our last, I think it's our last slide. This is our last picture. Yeah, this is our last picture.
Yeah,
If you have any tips, she's been missing since March 24th, 1998. It'll be 28 years since she's been gone, missing. alive somewhere. Don't know. If you have any information, please call this number, screenshot it. If you have any tips, you can send it to this email. And that's it for that. If anybody has any questions, now we can just discuss stuff if you want, babe.
Well, there's not really many people here in the chat,
No.
so I don't know if we can really have much of an open debate or discussion. But for those who are here, if there's anything that you want to ask, or if you just
Mhm.
want to shout out what you think happened, go for it. Hit
Yep.
the poll, say your feelings. We'll bring your comments up.
Just make sure you hit the poll and vote on what you think happened. I was watching the news on social media, and none of it. So Charlie, so people that I subscribe to. Yes, and I'm so happy you'll be there for Friday. Yeah, I have to like get in touch with her. We're gonna do something great for Freedom Friday. Lots to discuss. I'm glad she's gonna be on. She's been great. She is a great researcher. Behind the scenes and stuff. She sent me lots of stuff in my email. She's awesome. Same with you, Debbie. You're awesome. Keen eye. Yep. So this is basically it. How I'm feeling is I think she was, taken, and exactly what Brad said.
Yeah, that's what Debbie thinks, and you want to know what? That's probably more accurate than we want to admit.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
have something on that, but I don't like at this point. I don't know if I can share it because I don't want to. Maybe I'll send it to this tip line because I do have something. I don't know if I can share it really here. It might cause a disturbance
What
because
are you talking about?
something that I found on this thing she's talking about here. I have it screenshotted somewhere in my files. I told you that. So I will send it to the tip line. I don't know if I can discuss it here. That's all.
Yeah, you kind of touched on it earlier in the episode a bunch of times, so like people know it's there. So when you find that back in your files, send it off.
Yeah.
Anything that can help, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm just going to say how I think everything went down. This is just my opinion, just my thoughts based on only a couple facts from witnesses and the reports. So in no way is it 100% fact, but I believe those people that came on that Brad witnessed, I believe they were a part of helping getting her off the ship. I believe Yellow wasn't the main player. He brought her up and passed her off to Oscar, and he took care of everything else. Yellow
Yeah.
was the guy who was just there to get the women and drop them off.
Mhm.
And I believe that Oscar unloaded her from the ship and had those people there to help take her off the ship. And
When there was other people that came on the ship too, there was
that's
probably involved.
exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So then those people came off, and I believe once on Curacao, I strongly believe that they hid her in a place for a while where they knew that no one would find her, and when they got a chance, eventually they moved her off the island, but not
Mhm.
before they broke her will and started putting her through the training
Yeah.
that they would want her to go through, and
They
that's
break you.
that's what I believe happened to her.
They break you.
And I don't believe that she died or ran away. I believe that's what happened, and I don't know if she's still alive. I would love to hope that she is.
Mhm.
But that's what I think happened to her. And I think that that should have been the number one option from the beginning.
This Robert, I don't know if I can say the rest of it, but
I
Robert,
remember.
I remember back in the day, my mom and dad always used to say that you shouldn't be alone with unknown people in other countries. Used to be body snatchers and body. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
organ trafficking or selling organs,
Yeah. I might
allegedly.
I might do one on that because I do have that. I do have a good one on that, by the way. But yeah, you're completely correct on that. I was almost abducted when I was little, when I was like 9 years old.
Yeah,
So that's another story. I was walking home and
yeah.
a guy in a mechanic suit, as I'm holding my bike with a caterpillar on my arm, came up behind me, and I'm just walking my bike, you know, and I hear clunk, clunk, clunk behind me. I turn around. He goes, "Have you seen my puppy?" My father already told me about that stuff. So back in the 70s, kids were going missing like fire. Okay? Like wildfire. Or all right? My age, like 9 years old. Because like I was born in 1974. So this was back in was I in grade 4? So it was the 1980s, 1984 when all those kids were going missing. So I didn't go. I didn't say anything to him. Luckily I had my bike. I jumped on my bike. I didn't say one word to him and I took off. So imagine if I went. I wouldn't be here today. So we all have our stories of things that have happened to us. You know, my dad always said, "Do not accept help from like if an adult is asking you for help, there's something not right. Adult doesn't need to ask a child for help. Adult doesn't need to ask a child for help."
No, otherwise the person, I guess, technically isn't mentally an adult if they need to ask an 8-year-old
No.
for help. You shouldn't have to ask.
Go find your own puppy. Like, what the heck? And by the way, I had like 2 German Shepherd dogs, so I don't need to look for your puppies. Like, I got my own puppies at home to deal with. I don't even need your puppies. So he didn't know that about me. Like maybe other kids like puppies, but yeah, he even had a leash. It was weird. It was really weird. Lots of like weird things
Creepy.
happened to me, and I was telling Chris like I'm a woman. So many things have happened to me over my life, and I tell my daughter about it. I'm like, don't do this, don't do that. Be careful of this. Be careful of that.
Yeah.
Don't trust women. Mm-mm. Don't trust them. Okay. So I think Debbie said something here too. I wanted to look at. Oh, well, yeah. My neighbor says all the time. Only I could say or think like that. What? Am I missing something? Okay, I must be.
Well, she commented probably on something you said 5 minutes ago.
I remember the 90s. So many people were
Yeah,
missing.
dude.
So many
Of
people.
course it was, man. It was chaos back then. Utter chaos.
Gilligan's Island started then. Yep. Hello, Bubblescope 7133. Horrid, the local police hid things. The tourists-
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Happens all the time.
It's like you said, I think that she was removed and put into, that kind of line of work.
Yep.
And it's rampant in the Caribbean. So, just use the buddy system. Have fun, live life, but use the buddy system.
How old are you guys in the 90s? Okay, so sorry.
I was in my teens.
Sorry.
I was in my teens.
I'm older than him. Sorry. By 4 years, 3.5. I don't know. What?
did you just pull an Erica?
What? I know your birthday, babe. October 3rd, 1978.
Yeah.
No, I know everything. Don't even go there. I know how. I know
Except
Charlie.
1974. So
I know-
4 years.
I know everybody's
I just Charlied you.
birth date. I know I didn't even know when Mikey started Turning Point. Don't even go there. I know all things. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got her age gap though.
So is it 4? It's
4 years.
Oh man, I wanted
74 to 78.
I
4
wanted
years.
it to be 3 years because I don't want to be older than Chris. Do I
See,
look? Wait, do I look older?
No, she looks younger than me. She looks like she's 30, and I look like I'm actually older than I look like I'm 80, and she looks like she's 30. So
No, you don't.
I'm.
No, you don't.
I
No, you
like that.
So in the 90s, so like what? Okay, hold on. Sorry, like Debbie's driving me crazy with the 90s now. So, when did I graduate? So okay, so 1990, I think in 93 or 94, I must have been like around 18 or something. I can't even hear. So like around there, I was so in 1984, I must have been like 10. No, 8 or 9. Sorry. So because like I was almost abducted then. Like
Yeah,
in
she's
19
talking the 90s.
in the 90s, I was like, in the late 90s, I was like, no, 1993, I was like 18, I guess. Yeah, 18. Yeah, probably. Yeah,
In 83.
1993.
Oh, you just said 83.
She's asking about the 90s.
Yeah. Okay.
1993. Okay, she's saying I was going into my 30s. Okay, so I'm 51. That's how old I am. If you want to know. So, you can do the math if you want. I'm 51 and how old are you, baby?
I don't know.
He's not. He's just a
No,
puppy. He's a
47.
puppy. He's a puppy. He's a puppy. And I'm not robbing cradles.
No, that's what Erica Kirk was doing. Allegedly. Anyways, I
Okay.
don't want to get too off
Yeah.
topic here.
I thought you guys were like 33. I mean, I act like I'm 12 sometimes.
It's just like our jobs. Like her daughter's a performer, so she's kept her really youthful, and they traveled and worked when she was
Yeah.
singing a lot. And I also worked in film and TV, and honestly, we're a bunch of just immature idiots. And
I
it
mean,
keeps us young. We're into, when you work into the media, it does, and you do it for a long time, you're always up to date with all the current cool things. So that it keeps you young, and
I don't
it
think I
keeps you
look young.
active.
I'm old.
You look
I'm
younger
old.
than I do.
I'm old. But I'll tell you this. I don't know. I had that up for a while so I can
Here,
show.
look, I got
Oh,
grays.
he has gray.
I got grays and whites. I'm old, man. Look, I'm old.
No, you're not. He's not. He's not. Anyways, what I wanted to say is it's how you feel inside. I feel like if you feel youthful, it comes out youthful, and maybe it's part of the genes too. I mean, my mom is from Finland, and my dad is from Portugal. I don't know where your parents. You're Dutch, but
Uh,
we used to
what?
live in. You're Dutch and half Italian, right?
No, I'm a bunch of things.
He's a bunch of things.
Yeah,
But
I'm a Euro mutt.
Euro mutt. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just two. I'm just like
French, Irish, Italian, and Dutch.
and yeah. Um that's that. And I don't know if you guys want to talk about anything else in the what is Debbie saying? In the 70s, it's like you get home from school, your parents are here. Yes.
Aren't here.
Yes, you
So-
mess around, you go, yeah.
And you want to know what's
Yes, before the sun.
yeah, and that's why like
Yes.
our generations were the last real strong generations. Like I don't want to knock the younger crowd, but
Yeah.
like they live on social media. That's all they do. They
Yeah.
they got their face stuck to the screen, and when they have to try to actually have conversations and deal with real world life situations, they get so flustered so easily, and they get angry so easily, and it's because they don't spend the time interacting with people in
Yeah.
person, and that's
Yeah.
so important, and that's all we did. Like our generation, your generation, Debbie's, you're a little older than us, and
Yep.
it's just like that's how we lived our lives. We didn't have computers and stuff. It's like you want to do
Yep.
something, you get home and you stay out, like,
Yep.
and that's the way it was, right?
My dad used to say, like, before the street light comes on, you better be home or I'd be in trouble. So I get what you're saying with that. But I had an older sister as well. So I was 11 when we lost Elvis. Oh man. When
Dang.
we lost Elvis, was it 1970?
I forgot the year he died.
Wait, I must have been little. I must have been like 4 years old or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
My dad loved.
I don't think I was even born.
No, you weren't.
I wasn't born.
Aw, you weren't
No.
born. He wasn't born yet.
No, wasn't born yet.
He's a puppy.
Yeah, because
He's
if
a little pup.
if that was
He's a little puppy.
if it was early 70s, yeah, then I wasn't
Hmm.
there.
Yeah.
So I was born in 78.
Yeah. We met online.
Actually, a really funny part of just Allie and I's journey. So like we both lived in the United States in the same state and never met each other at all,
Yeah.
right? And then we moved to Canada completely separate. So we lived in the same state and we never even met each other. Actually, really close in neighborhoods too.
Yeah.
Then we each moved to Canada completely separate.
Detroit, and I don't know where you were, but yeah.
I was in Michigan, but I wasn't in Detroit.
Okay.
So
You okay?
so then we both end up, we don't know each other, moved to Southern Ontario.
Yeah.
So now we're both in a new country and sort of in the same area.
Yep.
We still don't know each other,
We
right?
don't.
And then her daughter gets a music contract to sing on this reality show. And
Which you're filming.
well, I was going to get to that. So they get a music contract, and they had just come back from, where was it? LA? You're in LA?
Yep, Hollywood.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you guys were in LA and you were doing a show there, and then you flew back to Toronto,
Yep.
Canada, and you were
Yep.
doing a show there.
Yep.
The funny thing was, I was in charge of the camera department on that show.
Mhm.
And I was in the studio with her and her daughter every single day. I even set up small little cameras to shoot close-ups of her, for lack of a better thing. I think it was small SLR cameras and GoPros. So I was setting those up, and I was shooting her daughter, and we still never met.
Small world.
We never met at all. We didn't meet again.
No,
Now you fast forward a bunch of years.
we are passing.
Yep.
Passing each other's. We're passing each other's bodies, and we didn't even know it.
Yep. And then now you go, COVID hits, right?
Yeah.
And near the end of COVID, Allie was single by this time. She had got a divorce from a dirtbag.
I was single for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And
8 years. Yeah.
And I was in a toxic relationship, and I was just begging for any way out of it. And I finally just broke up with that person, which was a blessing.
Yeah.
And then it was weird because I hadn't been online at all, and I have no faith in online dating. So I'm like, well, I'll sign up, and
Oh my God.
probably nothing will happen, right? I got stuff to do. I'm really busy, and
Yeah.
I was traveling a lot then, and
You were
Allie,
working a lot.
and Allie, yeah, and then Allie kind of did the same thing, and I actually didn't even look for like days, and then I look, and then I see a message from her, and it was like, all right, so we started talking, and then she talks to me about her daughter's TV experience, and then that's when we started talking about cameras and all that kind of stuff.
Photography, because I like
Yeah.
photography.
And I was like, oh, well, I'm into cameras and stuff too. I do
Mhm.
a lot of video, and I've done this and that. Then she goes, oh yeah, well, my daughter was on this show. And I was like,
Which show?
are you, well, you said my daughter's on this show. You gave the
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
And
then
I was like, well, I was in charge of the camera department on that show. And we were like, what the heck?
I go, no way.
And then we have this like immediate, very long conversation about the show and how the hell we didn't meet each other,
Yeah.
being in multiple studios together for like a couple weeks. So
Yeah.
it was actually very funny finding that
Yeah.
out after, and
Yeah.
then talking about it. Well, wait a minute, you lived here? Whoa, wait a minute, we lived here. Wait a minute, you lived there? Whoa, wait a minute, we lived there. So it was just really,
weird, it's
really
weird.
weird.
And we just like pass each other's like, I can't believe that, we didn't even know that we were in each other's spheres. I don't know. It was weird. It was just like, no way. It was like that moment, like, wow, when people say what a small world, that's what it was. And we had immediately like that connection right away. And then, he lost his mom, and then I talked about losing my mom, and then we had that connection as well because it happened kind of like a year apart from each other. So he
From
lost.
the exact same
Yeah.
thing. So literally from the exact same disease and
Yeah.
the jab.
Yeah.
They both got it, and it killed them.
Yeah, my mom got it.
So-
My mom got the shot, and she had cancer, and but she like recovered from cancer, and she was cancer free for like
Both our moms were. They
For-
both had it. They both rang out. They were
for
both
3
clean.
years, and then like so my mom was cancer free for 3 years, and then she got the shot, and then within 1 month she wasn't feeling okay, and then she passed away. She had only 4 months to live.
Yep.
So that's
And
what happened.
and my mom took the shot after being clear, and she died 2 months later.
Holy smokes! What did she say? Half breed, that's me, German, and half Dutch. Whoa, you're Dutch too.
Yeah, girl.
Wow. Okay.
that's why we get along so well, and that's why you're so cool.
Wow. So it's so weird. My
One Dutch.
my dad lived everywhere. He lived in Paris. So he's from Portugal, but he lived in Paris, uh, Italy, all these different places. And then he met my mom. My mom's from Finland, and she just they met at a New Year's party or something like that. But yeah, what a mix, eh? I'm like a cocktail. I'm hot and cold. Isn't that what you say?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Debbie's got a comment there. Do you remember when they used to say it's 10 o'clock? Do you know where your children are?
Yes.
remember that.
The news thing. I used to
Yeah.
hate watching that. Like
I
my
remember
dad
that.
would make me watch it. Yeah, I remember that. He looks young. I think you're like, okay, Robert, you must be back. You must be like, not in our group kind of age group.
I think just in that picture, he looks like he's in his early 30s.
Yeah, you
He's
must
like,
be
he's
like,
like a spry dude. He's like in
you-
his prime, man.
you must be like in your 30s or something. But yeah, we I can't believe I was gonna get off the dating thing and the dating site because I don't know anything about it, and I was gonna give up. And then one of my friends of a friend said, message the person before, don't answer the guy's message, you message the guy. So that's what I did. I messaged him.
And she's regretted it ever since.
And here we are, right? No, Chris is amazing. He's so supportive of all this as well.
I'm only half as good as you are.
I mean, no, you're amazing. Like he has so much like tech experience. I don't even know anything about this stuff. He set up all this microphone. I don't know anything about this stuff. I can find things. Like you want me to find something, I'll find it for you. Yeah. I'll be 40 in August. Ooh.
Oh, I was wrong. I said he looked
Ooh.
like he was in his
Well,
early 30s.
You look like you're like 32, 33.
That's what I was thinking. Like early to mid 30s.
Yeah. Thank you. You guys make your age look good. I mean,
Woohoo!
I'm 51. I mean, I'm getting up there.
As much as we would just sit here and talk all
Yeah.
night, I think we should be signing off.
Yeah. We can sign off, baby.
Yeah.
We had fun. That was fun.
Thanks for watching. This is the end of the series.
Yep.
I don't know how much of this rambling we're gonna leave on the end of this. Do you think we're gonna
I'll just leave it. I
just
don't
leave
really
it?
care.
Anyways, if you actually stayed to the very end,
Good
please
for your
go.
age. We look good for age.
Yep.
You look
Thank you
good.
very much.
You look good.
You look better than I do.
You look good. You look good.
Yeah.
Look how good he looks. Look. You look so good.
I need a shave.
He always says that. He'll shave, and then the next day he's like, "Whoosh."
I
Yeah.
can just grow it fast. Like 2 days, I got a beard, so it's like, I shaved
Yeah.
3 days ago. And it's
Yeah.
just like, it is
I
what
mean,
it is.
He's my other half. I've
Aw.
never met anybody like him. He's just, I make him laugh, he makes me laugh, and I think we complement each other. So
By
you're gonna make me
compliment,
cry.
by compliment, do you mean you're the sun of my life and I'm the moon of your night?
Stop. You're gonna make me cry. Yeah,
All right.
I'm crying. It's too late. Yeah, I can't believe I met him. So I'm so happy I met him. Oh, I'm so happy I met you.
Thank you, baby. I'm happy I met you
And
too.
if you find your soulmate, like tell me your story. Maybe we'll do a show about that. But yeah. Sometimes it takes your whole life to meet that person. So it can happen.
Yeah. Not everybody finds someone, so if you do, you're lucky, Ray.
Yep. Alrighty. So we're gonna be going 4-year anniversary soon.
Yeah. Guess we will.
4 years. Look at our hands. Look how big his hand is. I think we've done this so many times, but
It's literally your favorite thing to do.
it is. It is. He's 6'6". Okay. Yeah. Just want to
All
say
right.
that. Hey, oh yeah. My uncle is solo. Yeah. Tell him to, try it. Go online and try it. You never know. Because I wasn't gonna do it and I did it. And I met the most amazing man ever. So, what do you want to say, baby?
I think I don't think I have anything left to say.
I think his back hurts.
Yep, it does.
It hurts.
100% it does.
Our
And I'm,
backs
and, I,
hurt.
and, I'm, and I'm a little hungry. I think we've been in the chair for almost
Yeah.
3 hours
Yeah.
here. It was a little
Yeah.
longer than we were hoping to
Yeah.
go for,
We're
but
very childish sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I act like a little, maybe a 20-year-old, but yes, I would. What?
we're just like, hey, we're gonna get going because we're sore, and then you're diving back in.
Okay, no, sorry. Okay, my mind's going.
If you want, I can make dinner and I can just move over and
No,
you can
no.
just talk to people for a bit.
I could, guys. Like, I could talk to you like for 10 hours straight, but I'm
we
not
should
gonna do that.
end this stream.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna end it. All right.
Thank you guys.
Okay, thanks for the show, guys. Yeah, I hope I brought any information I could for the Amy thing. I do have a tip to give them, so please look at the tips, and I will be Freedom Friday with Tornado Alley. So watch that. It's coming up. And anything else you want to say? That's it. Love your flamingo, and Christ is King.
Christ is King.
Christ is King, and thank you, everybody.